Now from your exclusive home for minor league baseball, MLB The Show is on the air. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the New Orleans Zephyrs. Justin Nicolino, a left-handed Floridian, will get the starting assignment. What's your take on him, EK?
Remember, Matty, he throws both a four-seamer and a cutter. That four-seamer will just ride through the zone. That cutter will dart a little bit, makes it real tough for the hitters.
Gene Segura heads for the box, ready to lead this one off today.
Leading off the afternoon for Arizona, second baseman, Gene Segura.
Underway at the ballpark this afternoon as the first pitch is in there for strike one.
1-1.
Now a cut fastball, but that doesn't threaten the zone. It's even at 1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Oh, and he lays one down here, and this is going to be a tough play. First scoops it up. Throw to first is in time, so a good idea, but the bunt attempt doesn't pan out. With that, the batting order for the visiting Arizona Diamondbacks. What's going to be the key for him today, Steve?
I think you really have to focus on what the pitcher's going to give you. If he's going to pitch you away, you got to go the other way. That way you can string together a few hits to put up some crooked numbers in this game.
Into the windup and the pitch. A.J. Pollock is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. Bases are empty, one man out. And this catches the inside corner. Good spot there. It's 0-2.
And we all know that this guy doesn't really have the velocity to get it past a whole lot of major league hitters. So he's got to rely on that location. In and out, up and down. And that was perfect right there.
Chopped foul over towards the dugout. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And another foul ball. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner. 2-2.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Still 2-2. And that's taken high for a ball. It's full now. 3-2.
Yeah, and that's not the pitch you want to throw on 2-2. I mean, that was so high, he didn't even have to think about swinging at it.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so it's a 1-out walk here in the top of the first.
Batting third,
Paul Goldschmidt takes his first shot here with a runner at first now and 1 away. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Here comes the 1-0. That evens it up 1-1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Now a snap move over to first. And a dive, but he's back. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
3-1. Here it is. Chopped foul right at home plate. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around third and being waved on home. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Well, I got to tell you, I love the way this guy just lets it rip. Ahead in the count, behind in the count. It really doesn't matter to this guy. He's just going to go up hacking. And he drives in a run right here as he just drills this one for 2 bases.
David Peralta comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
And, you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And here's a fastball on 0-2, but it misses. 1-2 now.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
And that misses 2-2. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, he won't come within a foot of it.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Very weakly on the ground. That's a foul ball. A little bouncer. But that one rolls foul.
Neither guy giving in here. This is a great at-bat.
And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
Well, that pitch is so low and such an easy take that you basically waste that opportunity you had on 2-2.
Pickoff move to second. Runner's back.
Keeping an eye on him.
Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And that misses ball 4. So with 1 out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
That's the 2nd walk he's allowed here in the 1st inning. And I have a feeling if you ask his manager, he's going to say that that's way too many already. You can't go giving away base runners or you're going to find yourself in a big hole early on.
Drilled on the ground to short. Underhanded flip. The second for 1. On to first, and he really paid the price at second base, but it's a double play, and the inning is over. Diamondbacks get 1 on the Goldschmidt double.
Fastball is the late movement. Has a lot of running action, and will really eat up the hitters.
Jackie Ricks comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the 1st. In there, strike 1.
0-1.
The windup and the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Flipped out the other way towards short. And that's a base hit, so the leadoff man's aboard to start off the home half of the 1st.
Yeah, and this is something he'll figure out as time goes along. It's not how hard you throw, it's how well you can disrupt a hitter's timing. Growing up, guys are used to just blowing the ball by hitters, but once you get to this level, Doesn't always work out that way.
Number 68 settles into the box for his first chance. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball one. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does two things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
1-0 pitch on the way. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
That thing's knee-high on the outside third of the plate. Pretty understandable why he couldn't catch up with that one.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
And that's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
Driven nicely into the gap. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
You know, sometimes people talk about no doubters when a guy hits one 20 rows into the seats. Well, that's a no-doubt double right there. No chance for any of these outfielders to get it. With their backs to the infield, they got to get back there, get the ball back into the infield just to save a double.
Standing in now, Chris Barrios, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Couple of men in scoring position here with none down. Hit down the third baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Takes something off, but it's 1-2 now.
Well, that's a pitch right there that you've got to lay off. You know he's going to throw it on an 0-2, and that's a good job of pitch recognition right there.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. What's the key for a home victory, Steve?
Well, they're already down by 1 after the top of the first, so you've got to get yourself right back into this ball game. Punch back a little bit and see if you can get your crowd back in it.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. High pop-up. Ahmed settles under it near second. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. With a moment now, let's bring in a look at the defensive alignment for the Diamondbacks. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, A.J. Pollock brings exceptional defense into the outfield. He won the Gold Glove in 2015, patrolling center field. There's nothing boring about the way he plays. Very aggressive, shows a lot of energy, and you can really go get him with the best of them.
Garrett Corona is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
Well, he's having some problems here with location. He's got 2 on already here in the first, and that last pitch right down the middle.
Grounded up the first baseline. Taken in by Goldschmidt, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. Jake Lamb makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with 1 swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
The 0-1 on its way. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. And gone right down the line the other way. Wow! So a solo shot down the line in left, and Arizona moves out in front now 2-0.
About the only silver lining to this one from a defensive point of view is it came with the bases empty leading off an inning. You can survive it when this guy's hitting solo shots, but if he's doing this with 2 or 3 men on base, then
gone! So a solo shot here to left center field as the D-backs have now taken a 3-0 lead. Stepping in now, Patrick Corbin. As he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1.
And if he wants to turn things around, that's a pitch that he's going to need to start locating better.
That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he's retired 1 away. And with that, here's a look at the Zephyrs on D. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, one of the most exciting things we're going to have an opportunity to see in this one, the throwing arm of that catcher. He absolutely has a cannon. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you ever saw him on the mound someday. We'll get an opportunity to watch him in this one.
Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. 1 out, nobody on. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Can't quite get the low outside corner there. It's 1-2.
And that's his strikeout pitch right there. You know, you'll see a lot of guys swing right over the top of that one. Hold off.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Chopped weakly to the left. Ferks takes it in. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Gene Segura.
Gene Segura will be the batter. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First offering on its way. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
And if you get him to look at strike 1, why not go back to that same pitch in the same part of the strike zone, and they catch him looking again.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Under it is the left fielder. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Diamondbacks lead this one 3-0.
Leading off for New Orleans.
Leading off the inning, Carson Butler, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. First pitch coming, here it is. And that's in there for strike 1.
Well, you got to figure that this guy's going to come out here free and easy here in the second. He's got a 3-run cushion already. No reason not to come right after these guys.
Lifted into the air to shallow center. Pollock comes on now, and he has it 1 down.
Batting 7th, the shortstop.
Striding into the box, Miguel Rojas, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. In there at the knees, strike 1. grounded to short. There is Ahmed. Throw gets him, 2 down.
And that's what the two-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Joe Furks gets his first chance here, looking to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
You've got a guy up there who can't hit a lick. I just don't know why you're not coming right after him with fastballs.
2-1 after the foul ball there. 2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. And that misses off the plate and low, so it's 3-1 now. 2 out, nobody on. In the air now, out to right field. Peralta will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. A.J. Pollock is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Now a fastball. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. And he takes a called strike 2.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout and taken in out there for the first out.
Up next for the Diamondbacks.
Wow, that's got to be a frustrating at-bat right there because you feel like you're all over a pitch, and then maybe your mechanics break down just a little bit. You get underneath it, and it just becomes a harmless pop-up.
Paul Goldschmidt will stand in, the winner of last year's Silver Slugger Award for first baseman in the National League. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. First pitch curveball runs in a bit too tight. It's ball 1.
Well, that's a pretty good spot to try and lock him up inside, but you know he can turn on that location if that's out over the plate.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. A lot of balls down in the zone in the last inning or so.
And I think that's in response to getting bit by those 2 home run balls. He might be a little leery of challenging guys right now, and I don't blame him. Keep it down there.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes, so it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
The right fielder, number 6.
David Peralta is into the box, reached base via the walk in his first appearance. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. 0-1 count and the pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. On the ground up the middle. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Diamondbacks down in order, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Justin Nicolino digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Pitcher.
First delivery to him on the way.
Nope.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1.
Real good lateral movement on that two-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing it.
And he'll look at a fastball here that's close, but it's 2-1 now. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here, 3-1. Jackie Ricks waits on deck. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and it's full 3-2.
Well, this is turning into a real dogfight now.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Pollock waits on it, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting.
Jackie Ricks will stand in. He singled to lead off the home first.
It's always big when you get your leadoff guy on to start a game like that because that just wakes up the whole team from the very beginning.
Oh and 1, here it comes. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. Tied him up there as this is softly hit down the line. And this is by Goldschmidt down the line. A fair ball.
Well, this is not exactly the most convincing swing you're going to see, but this is a results-oriented game. He manages to take the ball the other way and make his way aboard.
Into the box, number 68. Swing and a line drive, but a foul ball. Runners on first with one down. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. No problem over there for Goldschmidt, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting. First baseman, Chris Barrios.
In now, Chris Barrios. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Boy, that was a good changeup that got him last time, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to work that off-speed stuff right back into their game plan here.
Fastball off the plate away for ball 1. A runner on first with 2 away. Now a snap throw to first, and he's back standing.
Keeping him close.
Here it comes, 1-0. That's wide, 2-0.
And after the strikeout his first time around, I think he was able to use that first at-bat as a learning experience. Those have both been real good takes.
2 out with the man at first. Tried to hold back, but this is popped up. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. 3 innings complete. Arizona's on top, 3-0. Wellington Castillo is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Wellington Castillo.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. High in the air out to center field. Butler is there. Makes the play, 1 away.
Well, they took him up the ladder right there with the fastball, and he actually did a pretty good job to get wood on it at all. but it's still an easy play out there in center field.
Jake Lamb stands in again. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first plate appearance.
Well, I think he proved that he can turn on a pretty good fastball and hit it out of the ballpark, so you need a different approach in this at-bat.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. And here's a ball hit in the air. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to make the play for out number 2. At the plate, Yasmani Tomas. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Yeah, he absolutely crushed it earlier, so let's see if he can get into another one in this at-bat.
Up and in for ball 1. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1. Three runs, 3 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. A ball and 2 strikes to count now with the bases empty and 2 away. Two and 2 now with 2 away and the bases empty. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
And this guy won't lay down here because there's 2 outs and nobody on. He's putting up a good fight.
And this one misses inside a ball. He walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner. At the plate, Patrick Corbin. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, and I can guarantee you he wanted that swing back, too. He got a fastball to hit, and it seemed like he put a good swing on it, but he just missed it.
Now that's popped up. Ferks coasts under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So no runs here, no hits, no errors, and a runner left. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. D-backs out in front, 3-0. Pedro Aguilera is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
First pitch of the inning misses here to the cleanup man. It's 1-0. And that one misses upstairs, 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
Three and 0 now.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
That's in there, 3-1.
Yeah, a much better pitch there than the one he threw on 2-0.
Swung on and chopped toward the hole. Lamb is right there. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Good job out there on the mound. Down in the count 3-0 to start this inning. He comes back to retire the guy on a ground ball.
Garrett Corona stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Right there at the belt, 1-2 now.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And he comes back with 1 down and in for ball 3. Carson Butler waits on deck. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Now batting, center fielder, Carson Butler.
Carson Butler is into the box for his 2nd appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Here's the first pitch to him. And there's his strike right down the heart of the plate. 0-1. Fastball called for strike 2.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far. Not only has he used his fastball well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location right on the knees.
Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
Oh, and even though that's not intentional, as a hitter, you still hate to see that ball up around your eyes.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Got him.
And you know, as a hitter, with the runner at first and 1 out, now I think I'm going to see something down in the zone because I know they want me to hit into a double play. Instead, they go ahead and they challenge him up, and I don't think he was expecting that.
Into the box now, Miguel Rojas pulls this one in the air out to left. Tomas giving chase, and that ends the inning. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. We played 4 full. Diamondbacks lead this one 3-0. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Nick Ahmed started to go around, but it's a called strike. 0-1. Hit out towards second. To his right, Ricks. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Well, that's just good pitching right there. Really ties him up with that fastball in on the hands. And he hits just a simple ground ball there for the easy out.
Gene Segura is at the plate as he takes a called strike 1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Change up, and he ain't buying it. 1-2.
tough pitch to lay off there with 2 strikes. I'm not sure if that was a good take or whether he just got fooled on a changeup and couldn't pull the trigger.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Looped out towards short. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Center fielder, number 11, A.J. Pollock.
A.J. Pollock will bat now. He popped out in foul ground last time.
Yeah, his swing definitely broke down a little bit last time. He got way underneath the ball. It'll be interesting to see if he can make that adjustment and stay on top of the ball here.
A big roundhouse curveball in there for strike 1. Three runs, 3 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. Fastball called for strike 2.
I got to count 0-2.
Drilled right back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Well, he'd had some high-stress innings here so far. It was looking like he turned a corner and was on his way to a much-needed 1-2-3, but he's going to have to get in the stretch here after all.
Paul Goldschmidt will get a shot here with 2 away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
That 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
And that's inside for a ball, 1-0.
Now you got to regroup after the 2-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet, not by a long shot.
Runners on the move for second. A pitch out. The throw. And they'll nail him at second on a brilliant call to pitch out, and the inning is over. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. Last half of the 5th coming up. Arizona's on top, 3-0. Joe Fertz comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
The 0-1 pitch. Hit to short. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Jason Madsen will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. A good tailing fastball for a strike, 1-1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game because right now they just seem out of it.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. A swinging bunt to the mound. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
And I just think this is one of those swings where you just get committed a little bit too early. By the time he realized this thing was going to break out of the strike zone, it was just a little too late to hold back.
Digging in to try it again, Jackie Ricks. He singled his last time up. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That one's in there on the black, 2-1.
To attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full, 3-2.
Yeah, 1 pitch away now from getting through 5 shutout innings. And I'll tell you what, the way he's throwing, this could turn out to be a night off for the bullpen.
2 out, nobody on. Inside as he nearly got him, and it's ball 4.
And with 2 away, you're just looking to get on base somehow, especially when this guy hasn't given you anything so far. So at the very least, make him work out of the stretch and throw a few more pitches here.
Number 68 will dig in. 1 for 2 with a double in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. A runner on first with 2 away. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Now, after that first pitch out, another ball here really puts you in the hole against a dangerous hitter.
Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Now we'll snap one off over to the bag. Just keeping him close. 2 out with the man at first. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
And now 3-2, 2 out. He'll be helped by the fact that that runner will get a head start out there.
Count is full. Here's the pitch. High and deep to left center field. Tomas going back to the track, to the wall. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So a 2-run shot to left center as it's now a 3-2 ball game.
Well, all you have to do here is go back to that 2-out walk. I mean, without that, this guy wouldn't have even gotten a shot here in the inning. So here's another instance where losing your focus on the mound can really come back to haunt you.
In now, Chris Barrios. As he'll take a look at ball 1. Two and 0 now.
2 really close pitches to kick off this at bat. Normally this guy would be all over him, but he's shown some discipline here with 2 good takes.
The 2-0 on the way. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Backhanded. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. 5 innings complete. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Samuel Munoz will get the call here as he'll start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 59, Samuel Munoz.
Back with Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as it's Paul Goldschmidt that'll lead things off for Arizona.
Goldschmidt.
There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Hit on the ground to short. Rojas is up with it. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Well, I think if we were playing tennis, you'd call this one an unforced error. This is fairly routine out to short. I'm not sure what would have caused him to throw so wildly. But you can see the first baseman unable to keep his foot on the bag, and that's going to go down as an E6.
David Peralta is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. And they run one in on him there as this is pushed foul off to the left, and it's 0-2 now. Little dribbler back at him. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
Well, it probably wasn't the way he wanted to move the guy into scoring position, but it's going to have to do, and he's going to get that man up to second base now with 1 away.
Wellington Castillo stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. Out in front of it, strike 1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. In the dirt here. Throw goes over to third, and he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Well, yeah, this is going to be a pitch in the dirt, and as a runner, it's hard sometimes to tell whether you should advance or not. But I think the catcher just lost sight of this thing just for a moment, and as soon as he reads that at second base, he's off for third.
3-2s are scored here in inning number 6. Again, he sends it out of play. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Tough fastball that time, but he hangs with it to stay alive. And this one gets away. That could be a run. A play at the plate, and the recovery will be in time to get him at the plate. And that's going to hurt because now there are 2 away. Now a ball lifted high in the air towards shallow right center field. Aguilera is underneath this one, and that will retire the side. Nothing doing for Arizona, but they still lead it 3-2. Leading off the inning, Pedro Aguilera, and they'll need him to get something going here. Action now in the Arizona bullpen as they have a right-hander up and throwing. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Pollock looking up. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. So it's a solo shot to dead center as it's now a 3-all ball game. Standing in now, Garrett Corona, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. You'd have to think a walk here would hasten his exit from the ball game.
Yeah, he can't let that happen. In a close game like this, you've got to make him put it in play.
Set to deliver on 3-0. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1. Sent on the ground out to second. There's Segura on to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
And here's a look at his pitches by inning so far. That last one was number 84, so they're getting near the point where they'll need to start keeping tabs on him.
Carson Butler digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. He's ready. Here's the first offering. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Tap fouled at home plate. 1 out, nobody on. High in the air out towards shallow right. Peralta is under it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the shortstop, Miguel Rojas.
Miguel Rojas will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. Here comes the first pitch. That hits the outside corner. It's strike 1. And it's quickly 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate.
I think he was trying to get that slider in on his hands, but I don't think he meant for it to get in that far. I think he just released it a little too late.
Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Just 1 hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. The 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up to start the 7th. We're tied now at 3 apiece. Welcome back to Baseball on the Show. Tight one on our hands, all tied at 3 apiece as we look at the game summary through 6 innings of play.
Third baseman, Jake Lamb.
First pitch of the at-bat. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. The man you see here out for a 2nd inning of work, and he becomes the pitcher of record now in a tie ball game.
Yeah, he pitched well last time around. No reason to think that he can't do it again.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And that's right where you want to be throwing those sinkers, but he's doing a good job at the plate of not chasing.
Grounded back up the middle. Rojas has it, and the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
For the Diamondbacks, left fielder, Yasmani Tomas.
Yasmani Tomas steps in and perhaps looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the 2nd. In there, and it's 0-1.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe 4-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
And he falls behind 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Ball one.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding off.
Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th.
Well, there's no doubt that for a young reliever, he's got swing and miss stuff. He just ramps up on that fastball. Keeps the back straight, good follow through, and he just blows it right by him.
Brendan Drury will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Brandon Drury.
And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top. And just fire that thing in there.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Squared that one up just a little late. Ready on 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. No change in the score. It's 3-3. Randall Delgado will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Randall Delgado.
Joe Ferks will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Yeah, same pitch, same result, and he's late on it again.
Fastball got him looking, as that had 2-seam action on it. 1 gone.
Now batting.
How about that sequence right there? Fastball, fastball, and fastball again. No surprise what he's featuring out there today. Just straight hard stuff. And he gets the 3-pitch see you later.
Tomas Telis will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 18, Tomas Telis.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. And this ball's hit sharply toward the first base coaching box. It's a foul ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Pitch is away, but it's swung on and grounded to second. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
And you know, sometimes these guys make it look so easy, we forget how difficult it is to make a play like that. Not only did he barehand this ball, but he also made a sweet throw on the run over to first base. So often you'll see a guy airmail or short hop a throw like that because of the bad grip you have on the ball. But not in this case. That's a nice play.
Stepping in now, Jackie Ricks, as he swings and hits this one foul off to the right and out of play. The 0-1 pitch. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
And guys, this has been just what the doctor ordered out of the bullpen.
Yeah, they needed him to come in and give him a strong inning, and he's done exactly that.
The 0-2 delivery. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Segura has it on to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. So they go quietly here in this half inning. 8th inning coming up, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. Joseph Brignoni will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Joseph Brignoni.
Chris Owings is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th.
Owings.
Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that pitch. That's on him way too fast.
And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. Here it comes, 0-2. Too high, 1-2. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Set to deal on 2-2. Shatters the bat as this is hit on the ground. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
You know, you always worry about the pitcher in a situation like this because he's the closest one to the action. So, of course, he has the least amount of time to dodge anything that comes his way. But he concentrates well enough to get the baseball and throw the guy out at first.
Gene Segura standing in. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. And he'll squeeze this one for the second out.
Sometimes when you're throwing 95 miles an hour, you can make a mistake and get away with it. Here, he just can't get on top of this one and winds up popping it up.
A.J. Pollock steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First pitch on its way. And he'll lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. Called strike at the knees, 1-1. Outside, 2-1. All even now, 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
He knows the drill out there. You got to make him swing the bat. Cannot be giving up walks at this stage of the game because those could be fatal.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Swing, and he pops him up. over toward foul territory. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. Nothing across here this half of the inning. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. And we are all tied at 3 apiece. Chris Owings will stay in the ball game as a new shortstop.
Now playing shortstop, number 16.
Number 68 will dig in. 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. And now some action in that Arizona bullpen as it looks like they'll have both a lefty and a righty up to throw.
Number 68.
There's a fastball missing down and away for a ball, 1-0. And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And he lays off a pitch down and away. Ball 2. Now a ball fouled down the right field line out of play, so that'll move the count to 2-2 now. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Back goes Pollock to the track, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And your go-ahead run is in at second base here with a leadoff double.
Now batting, first baseman.
Well, that'll put the opposing team in big trouble as he gets the leadoff double. This game's tied. He's the go-ahead run out there, all pumped up about it, trying to get his teammates fired up as well.
Chris Barrios will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. First curveball of the day for him, and likely not the last.
No, he's got a good one. There's no doubt about that. He'll start it on the hip versus righties, and he'll backdoor it to lefties. 2 different locations, but equally effective.
Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Calling for it, Tomas. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
Fly ball to left's not going to do you any good in this situation. Look, you got a guy on second and nobody out. If you take this to right field and advance the runner, then at least you've made a productive out. Instead, this is just a waste.
Pedro Aguilera comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. In for a strike, it's 1-1. And he took something off of it there. It's 1-2.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
That's a huge strikeout right here. Guy in scoring position. He's not out of this inning yet, but that's going to go a long ways towards getting him there. Look at how he's fired up about it.
Into the box, Garrett Corona, as he'll get out ahead of a changeup and swing through it for strike 1.
That first pitch change can be a tough one. A guy doesn't have any point of reference to work from, and he just can't help himself up there.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Yeah, that's in a great spot, too. Just hard, late movement working down and in.
And a changeup runs inside on him as he's got to back out of the way of that one.
Sometimes if you let that changeup go too soon, it'll take off on you. He's lucky that didn't hit him.
Chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. One and two, here it comes. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
Well, people might jump to some conclusions here, but with a base open and this guy at the plate, you don't even really want to mess around with the strike zone, and I think this pitch just got away from him. Nothing more than that.
Carson Butler will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
2 down, runners at first and second. And now this is popped up. Castillo should have room behind the plate. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. No runs, a hit, 2 left. We've played 8 full, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. Paul Goldschmidt gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point.
Paul Goldschmidt.
The pitch. Into the seats, 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. And a swing and a miss on the fastball, and there's the first out here in the 9th. David Peralta strides in, grounded out his last time through.
David Peralta.
He's set. Here it comes. This is pulled into right. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Well, this ball was hit pretty hard, and he's just hoping to get on base as the go-ahead run. But it kind of hangs up there a little bit too long, and it finds the outfielder's glove.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo, as he's swinging first pitch and sends a line drive out to left center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Now batting.
Well, if you're going to hook a curveball away, you've got to have strong hands. And you'll see, this swing breaks down a little bit, but look at him get those hands through. Yank it to his pull side.
Jake Lamb standing in now, as he'll lay off a curveball in the dirt for ball 1. Nervous time now in that third base dugout.
Heck, nervous time up here. My heart's racing, and I'm just watching this game.
And he watches one split the middle here, 1-1. Right there at the belt, 1-2 now. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Fastball is outside. It's full now, 3-2.
And now the benefit of you working the count to 3-2 is that runner gets a head start from first with 2 away.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. Bottom part of the order, 7, 8, and 9 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. And we are all tied at 3 apiece. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Silvino Bracho will come on needing to get 3 outs here to try to send this game to extra innings. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there.
Now catching and batting in the 8th spot, number 8, Tuffy Gozu.
Miguel Rojas is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now. Now a pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one fouled off to the right side. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Joe Ferks is at the plate as he watches ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. One 0 pitch is his slider, swung on and missed. 1-1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Here's the 1-1 pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. To 2-2 now.
2-2.
Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. The 2-2 pitch. A drive to left. Get out of here. Get out of here. Gone. They win it. Santa Maria. So a solo shot here to left center field. And with one swing of the bat, this ball game is over.
It looked like he saved his best work here for the final swing. And these guys are certainly amped up as he wins it with a game-winning homer.
And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up there. You see the 3 hits, including a home run. Without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Zephyrs win this thing 4-3. So long, everybody.
Our final line score. First for the victorious Zephyrs. 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. They left 6 men on base. For the Diamondbacks, 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours exactly. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
From Flushing, Queens, baseball from the home of the Mets, Citi Field. A good one on tap for you this afternoon. Matt Harvey gets the starting nod for the Mets. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, he's been one of the most dependable starting pitchers around. He's got a career ERA of less than 3. One of the best out there on the mound.
Trey Turner makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Leading off the afternoon for Washington, center fielder, number 7.
First pitch of the ball game is swung on and missed, and that's how we'll get things started this afternoon.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
And sometimes you got to cut down a little stride against a guy who's throwing this hard. Either you take that leg kick completely out of the equation, or you get it started just a little bit quicker.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Harvey steps into his windup. Here it is on 0-2. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. All in all, a great afternoon for baseball. 73 degrees here at first pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. One and two, here it comes. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Granderson is under it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. And here's how the Nats line up in this one. Eric Karros, who you focused on?
Well, Matt, I really appreciate the way that Bryce Harper plays the game. He always seems to come through in the clutch. Doesn't let the pressure of a big situation get to him. Whether it's the first inning with nobody out or the ninth inning with 2 outs, his approach doesn't change, and that's a big reason why he delivers so often.
And he gripped that one a bit too tightly as it broke down and just about got him.
And we'll see him work both sides of the plate with the curveball going forward. Maybe not that far in, but he'll move that pitch around.
And that's too high, ball 2.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches lower, and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
Three and 0 now.
And even on 3-0, it's no given that he's going to be taken up there. We've seen him go after pitches in this spot before. He's not going to hold back.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he lays off here, ball 4, and he'll become the game's first base runner here with 1 away.
And once they fell behind in the count, I think this is a case where they just say, look, you're going to have to fish for something, because we are not going to just lay one right in there for you. Probably not a bad decision against a power guy like this.
Daniel Murphy takes his first shot here with a runner at first now and 1 away. From the stretch. Now a little pop-up off toward the third base side. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control, 0-2. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Mike Fillmore.
And Fillmore usually gets high praise from most people for his command of the zone. He will occasionally give the pitcher just a little extra off the plate if he spots it well, though.
The 0-2 delivery. Chopped foul over towards the dugout. Runners on first with 1 down. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. And with that, let's take a look at the defense for the New York Mets. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, Matty, out in that corner outfield spot, a very reliable left fielder. Not somebody that's going to make the great plays, but every routine ball, it's as good as gold.
Bryce Harper set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
Into the seats, 0-1. Down and away, ball 1.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. You don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
Oh, and he was fooled that time on the pitch away as he went around for strike 2. A runner on first with 2 away. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You've got to make these guys earn it.
2 out with the man at first. Little dribbler back at him. Throw to first will get him easily, and his side is retired. So no runs here, no hits, no errors, and a runner left. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Gio Gonzalez, a left-handed Floridian, will get the starting assignment. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, what makes him difficult, the fact that he throws two different types of fastballs. He's got that four-seamer, and then he's got that two-seamer that runs in on the hitter sometimes. Very difficult to attack both.
And striding in now is the center fielder Curtis Granderson to start the bottom of inning number 1.
Curtis Granderson.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. In for a strike, it's 1-1.
Yeah, that first fastball took off on him a little bit. This is a much better spot.
Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. And that's going to be high, 2-2 now. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. And another foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, and that's not the pitch you want to throw on 2-2. I mean, that was so high, he didn't even have to think about swinging at it.
Sent on the ground out to second. Gloved by Murphy, and he's retired here, 1 away. Time now to take a look at Terry Collins' Mets starting lineup in this one. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
Yeah, you know, I love what the Grandy man, Curtis Granderson, does for this ball club. I think he does a great job of taking what's given to him. Never tries to do too much. Knows how to extend an at-bat and get the pitch he's looking for.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Zimmerman will get there as he's able to tuck this one away just past the first base dugout for out number 2. With a moment now, let's take a look at how the Nats will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
Yoenis Cespedes gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame. Into the windup and the pitch. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
That's a 2-seam fastball right there. It looks to the hitter like it's going to be inside, and then it tails back to the inside corner of the plate.
Now a ball popped up behind the plate for Ramos. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3. After 1, no score. Anthony Rendon makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Anthony Rendon.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And, you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
And no swing, apparently. Ball 1.
If he would have swung at that, he would have never heard the end of it.
Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2. Tries to get him to chase the curveball away, but it breaks outside. 2-2 now. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Harvey gets the sign. Here it is on 2-2. And he takes strike 3 cold on the fastball. 1 gone.
Well, some guys use the fastball to get to 2 strikes and then use something else to get you out. Not this guy. He works backwards here and winds up getting him with back-to-back fastballs in the end.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind. 0-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
And this is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now. As he will swing and miss on a fastball on the outer half. It's strike 1.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
Hit hard back up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
And after going strikeout to start the inning, it looked like he was on his way to an easy 1-2-3. After the base hit there, he's going to have to work now with a 2-out base runner.
Danny Espinoza set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away. He's set. Here it comes. High pop-up. Walker is there for it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Jay Bruce will be the one to lead us off when we return. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And there is Jay Bruce. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Jay Bruce.
Up and in there with the first pitch fastball. It's ball 1. And a good heater as he just watches this baby. A ball and a strike.
Yeah, that finds a zone, but some of these pitches are getting a little too much elevation. That could come back to bite him.
Hard hit ball to second. Murphy's got it. A quick out number 1.
Batting fifth, third baseman, David Wright.
Settling in now, David Wright. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch coming. Here it is. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Turner sprinting after it. 2 gone.
Batting sixth, second baseman, Neil Walker.
Neil Walker gets his first chance here, looking to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1. And a fastball runs a bit inside. He's down 2-0.
Well, it's looking like this might be their best chance to get that first base runner out there. And really, this has been one of the few guys that's even been ahead in the count.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for one pitch in one spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Yeah, this is good patience here to work at the 3-1, especially after the 2 quick outs. Well, if nothing else, you buy your pitcher a little more time to catch his breath.
And a called strike on the outside corner there. It's full now, 3-2.
Yeah, it's hard to look for a changeup there, especially when a guy's got a good live fastball.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Drilled right back up the middle. Espinosa to his right. He has it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets. We'll move to the third with no score. Some fans still trickling into the ballpark as we get you set for the top of inning number 3. Gio Gonzalez set to lead off the third. 9-1-2 due up.
Well, you know it's always a tough inning when your pitcher leads off for you because most of the time the guys just flat out can't hit. But who knows? Maybe he can get something started here and help himself out.
Harvey's ready. First pitch on its way. In there at the knees as he offers a strike to the leadoff man. 0-1.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call on that 2-seamer running in.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
Well, these are just extra pitches adding to your pitch count. I don't see why you wouldn't just go right after him.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Well, always nice to get the inning started against the pitcher. And he sets him down easily for the first out of the third.
Trey Turner will get a second crack at it here. He flied out to lead off the ball game.
Yeah, but he hit it hard, though. He put a really nice swing on it, and we'll see if he can do that same thing right here.
And that's in there for strike 1.
Well, that's just unfair right there. I mean, most guys throw a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. He's throwing a 91-mile-an-hour slider.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Cabrera's up with it. Throw gets him 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder, Jason Worth.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jason Worth. He drew a walk his first time up. On couldn't lay off the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Third inning, no score to this point. And he falls behind 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Way outside. 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
2 out, nobody on. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
Still looking for that final pitch to get him out of this inning. But he's seen the count move now from 0-2 all the way to 3-2.
Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. Nationals gone in order. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Lucas Duda will come forward to begin the inning. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
They're still searching for a base runner. It's been 6 up, 6 down to start the game.
Down on the shins and missed with it. Ball 1. And he misses low with it. 2-0.
And this is what you got to do up there, Steve. You got to wait him out.
Yeah, and if you can lay off the off-speed stuff, that's when you're going to get your fastball to hit.
Swung on, missed. 2-1.
And this is a guy who will not get cheated up there, and he almost came out of his shoes on that one.
He's fallen behind now. 3-1.
And they know full well the threat that this guy poses. So even down 3-1, I can't imagine he's going to get anything that he can drive right here.
3 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. No leadoff walk just yet as that finds the strike zone and the count comes full at 3-2. And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
Still no hits on the ledger, but at least they get themselves a base runner here. And that's a step in the right direction.
Rene Rivera gets his first shot here with a man on following the leadoff walk.
And you know, guys, we talk about it all the time. Leadoff walks are so dangerous, and we'll see if they can take advantage of this one.
Off the plate and low here, ball 1.
Well, not really how you want to start the next guy after a walk. That pitch isn't even close.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be two. The second for one. On to first, and they get the double play.
Well, that's just made to order right there. 2 hops to short, easy pivot, not a lot of heat at second base. That's just a pretty routine double play.
Matt Harvey digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Mets go down quickly. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Daniel Murphy will start things off here for Washington with Bryce Harper on deck due to hit second.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Harvey sets his sights. Here's the first pitch. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the 4th inning, 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. And he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first down.
A broken bat, little looper down to third. Keeping your focus on the baseball is the thing you have to do here, which is easier said than done when you've got a flying projectile heading your way. But he takes this one in, no problem.
Here's Bryce Harper now. Swing and a liner, but foul. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Squared that one up just a little late. Now the 0-2 pitch. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
You just don't see that, like, ever. Not in that situation, not in that count. That's a big break from an offensive standpoint. Now you've got to find a way to make that hurt somehow.
Into the box now, Anthony Rendon. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
And he was absolutely frozen with a good fastball, so let's see if he's a little more aggressive on that pitch this time.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Harper running from first. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
And this is one dude that's tough to phase out there. After getting hit by the pitch, he says, all right, man, you're going to pay for that. He's into scoring position now on the stolen base.
Good power curveball there, and he's in control 0-2. He took second fairly easily. Any thought of third base here?
I don't think so. You've got a good hitter at the plate. A single is probably all he needs. I'd let him try to drive you in.
One out and a runner on second base. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
hit sharply on the ground. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only one away.
And you get the sense now that they're getting closer and closer to breaking through here. Well, that'll make it first and third now, and they've got a good chance here to break that string of zeros.
Wilson Ramos is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
And this is a big-time strikeout situation right here, so they're going to be shooting for the same result, no doubt about it.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball, 1-1. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
And now with runners at the corners and 2 strikes, this is a spot where you've got to make something positive come out of this on the mound.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Camping under it is Duda, and there are 2 away now.
This has been an effective pitch for him so far today. You'll see this thing run into the right-handed hitter, and all he can really do is pop it straight up.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1.
Just did manage to catch that one with the last 2 inches of his glove. That could have been trouble.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Granderson's after it. And the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Steve, Eric, and I are back with more after this. Curtis Granderson will dig in again. He grounded out to start the home first.
Yeah, but it's still a pretty good leadoff at bat because he made him throw a lot of pitches.
First pitch on its way. That's yanked into the stands. Strike 1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. A good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
But this is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Harper is camped under this one. 1 down.
I thought for a second that this might make a dent in both the hit and the run column, but he didn't quite get all of it. It's probably the best swing, though, they've had so far.
So the leadoff man sat down here for Asdrubal Cabrera. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Not close. It's 2-0.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
Mets are still looking for their first hit of the ball game. Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. Waiting his turn on deck, Yoenis Cespedes. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. Harper on the move. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. And a fastball misses there. Ball 4.
That's an easy take right there on the 3-2 pitch. Not all that inviting at all. You want to at least make the guy think about hacking up there. Instead, now he's on with 1 away.
Striding into the box, Yoenis Cespedes. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, his swing definitely broke down a little bit last time. He got way underneath the ball. It'll be interesting to see if he can make that adjustment and stay on top of the ball here.
A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. That really the spot you want to be messing with here?
It shouldn't be. That's a danger zone if you ask me.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Breaking ball snaps in there for a called strike 2.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Worth's after it, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
Well, anybody who calls this place home will tell you this is not a home run hitting park, but it will give up its share of doubles. And this one moves runners to second and third now as they're looking to cash in.
Here's Jay Bruce now. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
And you can bet they'll pitch him carefully with a couple guys on base.
Runners are at second and third with 1 down. That evens it up 1-1. And this one misses to Bruce as he moves out in front. It's 2-1. Lays off the changeup, and he's ahead in the count now, 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Here it is on 3-1. Sliced hard on the ground. Throw from shallow right will get him at first, but the run will come in to score.
And here's just a case of a guy at the plate doing the little things to help his team win. And he gives his guys the lead here following the RBI groundout.
David Wright is in to try and get that second run of the inning across, as he'll have a runner at third now with 2 away.
Yeah, 1 run's good, but you don't want to leave that guy stranded at third base. It'd be clutch right here if you could get him in somehow.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Ooh, that's a heck of a challenge there, especially with 2 outs and a base open.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here with a runner at third. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. Neil Walker would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Fly ball out toward right field. Harper has a read on it. And that's the 3rd out. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. We played 4 full. The Mets lead this one 1-0. Leading off the inning, Danny Espinosa, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
You know, I can't help but notice how much he's getting ahead of the hitters right now. I'm told he's throwing around 80% first pitch strikes. That's way above average.
Fastball that time is nowhere close, and it's even at 1-1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And tough fastball to lay off on 1 and 2, but he did, and it's 2 and 2 now.
You know, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Ball 3. 3 and 2 now.
You can bet they'd love a ball 4 here. Well, that would let this guy have a shot to bunt him over.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Espinosa is retired, and there's 1 away.
Oh, this one could have been trouble. But that's a nice play behind the plate to clear himself of the runner and then make a good throw on to first base to get the putout.
Standing in now, Gio Gonzalez, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
And even though that is a strike, man, that thing is coming in so hard, it's almost impossible to get a level swing off. You're better off taking it and waiting for something you can handle a little better.
And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. And a swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the second time this afternoon.
Yeah, he's able to set down his opposite number there, and I'll tell you, these two guys have pretty much matched each other pitch for pitch so far.
Trey Turner stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first two guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Rocket to third. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
And they're able to keep the inning alive as you check out the numbers on his performance so far. That's just the third hit he's allowed to this point. He's been pretty much in control the whole way.
Into the box, Jason Worth. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball one. His swing here, but he'll have no such luck. It's strike one. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
1-1, here it comes. Hit pretty well out to deep left field. Cespedes is going back. He can't get there as it falls in. Oh, and he misses the stop sign there as he heads for the plate. And he will be tagged out at the plate. So it remains a one-run deficit here as the side is retired. One left for Washington. They trail this one 1-0. Neil Walker comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the fifth.
Second baseman, Neil Walker.
And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far. Not only has he used his fastball well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location right on the knees.
Nope.
And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
Weak roller right side. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out. There's our line score through the first 4.5, and these guys have basically had the bats taken right out of their hands. Just one hit to this point. Lucas Duda will stand in. He drew base on balls his first time. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. And he'll look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he comes up empty there on a pitch in the dirt and falls behind now 1-2.
Boy, he is putting on a clinic out there right now. These guys don't know what to look for.
chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. And Worth will settle under this one and take it for the second out.
Now
This crowd oohs and ahs every time this guy hits a fly ball, but he didn't get all of that one, and it's pretty much a can of corn.
Rene Rivera will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First offering on its way. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike one. That misses. 1 ball and 1 strike here to the Mets backstop. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a little tapper. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
That might be his way of saying, look, enough of the foul balls already.
Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Leading off the inning, Daniel Murphy, and they'll need him to get something going here. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. And that's inside and a bit low anyways. It's 2-0.
And down by a run, a leadoff walk would certainly help the cause. He's got to shrink that strike zone here and not chase anything that he shouldn't be swinging at.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
And all of a sudden, he's looking a little jittery out there to start the 6th.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. Line drive to center field. Granderson is there, and he has it for the first out.
And there you get a look at his pitches by inning. You can see the count. He's at 83 for the ball game. Not a huge concern just yet, but he's starting to get up there.
So 1 gone in the inning now, and that'll bring in the right fielder, Bryce Harper. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him. It looked like he was giving him the evil eye down there, and I can't say I blame him.
Yeah, well, he's already been plunked once, and I don't think he's going to stand for too much more of that.
Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
2 strikes.
Oh, and this one ran in and got him. And that's twice now he's been hit in this one.
And you know, the problem with his slider, it almost sounds stupid to say it, but sometimes it can literally move too much. I mean, it's a great pitch, don't get me wrong. But here, look at how far this thing runs in. That's a pitch that can be hard to control at times, and here it winds up costing him.
In now is Anthony Rendon. Toss started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Here's a breaking ball outside, and now it's even 1-1.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a 3rd time.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Yeah, and on 2-1 right now, you got to figure this guy's wound up for the fastball here. Maybe you come with the breaking ball here out of the zone and hope he goes after it.
To 2-2 now.
And that's a case where he's just trying to do anything to get his guys on the board.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. And Bruce has got this one 2 away now.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Wilson Ramos will stand in. He struck out and popped out in 2 trips.
Well, not a great start at the plate. We'll see if he can get something to drive right here.
Here's the first pitch to him. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Trying to strike him out for the 2nd time. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And that's going to land foul. Here's the 0-2. Flipped out the other way toward short. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
With some guys, it doesn't matter if it's 0-2 or 2-0. They take the same approach either way. Well, this right here is one of those guys, and he comes through from being down in the count.
Ryan Zimmerman will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
First pitch here misses wide, 1-0.
And this is a spot where the Nats have had their share of trouble. They have to have someone come through here.
Two down, runners at first and second. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Nats leave a pair. They still trail 1-0. Juan Lagares is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6.
Juan Lagares.
And some action out in that Washington bullpen now as we see both a left-hander and a right-hander throwing. And a fastball's in there for strike one. Well, for that man right there, only the 1 run allowed. How discouraging is that when you're pitching your heart out and you're just not getting the support?
Well, the good pitchers really don't let it get to them. They know that it cuts both ways. Sometimes you give up 5 runs and your guys score you 8. You just have to focus on holding up your end of the bargain.
Outside at 94, 1 ball and 1 strike. A good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Real good lateral movement on that two-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing it.
Gonzalez is ready. 1-2 on its way. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Got him. One away now for the Mets in the 6th, and we'll go back to the top of the lineup now for Curtis Granderson. Lays off 1-0. That's by him for strike one.
Yeah, sometimes you give a power hitter like this a fastball at eye level and he just can't help himself.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a swing, and he pops him up. Right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the 2nd out.
And this is right where they wanted this thing. You see it on show track there. They wanted to take him up around the letters, hoping for the pop-up, and that's exactly what they got.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one.
Well, this guy has thrown a first pitch strike to about 50% of the batters he's faced. He's pitching well, but those numbers could be pumped up a little bit.
The windup and the 0-1. Off the plate and in. Hits a ball and a strike. 2 out, nobody on. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1.
Well, he almost hit him on the last pitch, and he's showing he doesn't care. He's coming right back inside.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Well, when you have a guy 2-2, you can throw something out of the zone, try and get him to chase. But when it's that far below the strike zone, it becomes a lot easier to lay off.
And that misses, ball 4, and now the Mets have themselves a 2-out base runner.
Yeah, and that's going to break a string of 7 in a row that he retired. They finally get themselves another base runner here with 2 away.
Yoenis Cespedes will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
First delivery to him on the way.
Nope.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball one. A runner on first with 2 away. In there, and it's even at 1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Chopped toward the second baseman. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 7th inning coming up. It's the Mets 1 and the Nationals nothing. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. Getting set for the 7th inning now with the Mets out on top. But first, let's check out the game summary through the first 6 innings of baseball. Fernando Salas is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Fernando Salas.
Danny Espinosa will stand in here to start the 7th in a game that's been sailing along to this point.
Yeah, good thing we don't get paid by the hour, man. This game has flown by.
High and deep to straightaway right. Back goes Bruce. And as Nationals fans have heard before, see you later. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. And as a result, the Nationals are back even at 1 run apiece.
How's this for a welcome to the ball game? 1 pitch and see you later. I've got a feeling that's not what the manager had in mind.
Clint Robinson will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 25. Clint.
Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. Fastball in there for a called strike. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now. No outs, nobody on. Popped high in the air. Right is there for it. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
Now batting.
Might have had thoughts about going back-to-back here.
Turner.
This is right where he likes it, and he took a big swing at it. Wound up getting just a bit underneath it and popping it straight up.
Into the box now, Trey Turner, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0. One and 0 pitch on the way, and he misses again. 2-0. 1 out, nobody on. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
He knows the drill out there. You got to make him swing the bat. Cannot be giving up walks at this stage of the game because those could be fatal.
And he gets this fastball over. Back to 3-1 now.
Yeah, a much better pitch there than the one he threw on 2-0.
Here's the 3-1. He likely had ball 4 that time, but couldn't hold back on the swing, so that moves the count to 3-2 now. Now here's the pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Backhanded. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
You know, there's no such thing as a routine grounder with this guy. If you take your time, he's going to be safe. He'll beat it out of getting rid of it quickly and getting him at first base.
Here's Jason Worth. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway.
And this has been a pretty good comeback from that leadoff home run. 2 straight outs now and 2 strikes here as well.
And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Nationals get 1, and it comes on this swing by Espinoza. Kenny, bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Get up and stretch. All even at 1 apiece.
your attention, please. Now
New pitcher coming on, and it looks to be the right-hander Matt Belisle. Jay Bruce will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the 1 run. That's it.
First pitch of the inning misses here to the cleanup man. It's 1-0. And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
And this one misses to Bruce as he moves out in front. It's 2-1. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
And that's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
The third baseman, number 5.
David Wright will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line drive right back up the middle.
Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. you have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Some would say he's showing good patience here, waiting for his pitch. But as a number 5 hitter, I think you need to make something happen.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
I really couldn't ask for much more out of a 7th inning guy. He's come in, throwing a bunch of strikes, and he's got 2 quick outs to show for it here with the score still tied.
Neil Walker will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. You've got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep from rolling over.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Ooh, he saws him off with that one, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2.
Well, chalk another one up for that pitcher. He's used to breaking bats, and he'll give you a little stare down after doing something like that every once in a while.
In under the hands with a fastball, it's 1-2. High in the air out to center field. Turner is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Down in order go the Mets. Score remains tied 1-1. Jerry Blevins will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Jerry Blevins.
Daniel Murphy will stand in, and it's a bullpen game now. Both starters out as we begin inning number 8.
Yeah, both starters are out, and since we're tied, both starters not going to be involved in the decision.
First pitch is a sinker, too low, 1-0. Low and away as he misses again, 2-0.
Well, you've got the matchup you wanted, but that's not going to amount to much if he can't throw strikes.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
3-0 pitch on its way. And he lays off ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Well, it seems to me like you've at least got to make him go after something there. I mean, the bat never left his shoulder. And that's making it way too easy for a guy leading off the inning.
Now time is called, and we'll have a pinch runner at first, and that'll be a wise decision as he's the potential go-ahead run. So a runner at first now with nobody out, and that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. He's set, and the pitch. And he lays off there, 1-0. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
And that's right there, and we're even at 1. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. And the runner back safely.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
Here it comes on 1-1. Wisely lays off the cut fastball there. It's 2-1.
Sometimes you just let a guy work his own way into trouble and then take advantage.
Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1. In danger now of a second walk out of the bullpen.
Not exactly providing relief. He's got to find it here somehow.
Now a snap move over to first. Back in standing. Swing and a miss as he goes back to the cutter here. 3-2. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Now we'll snap one off over to the bag. And he's back standing.
Just keeping an eye on him.
Grounded to the right. Oh, a diving stop by Duda. There's one. Not in time.
Man, almost a great play.
A great effort comes up short, and now the potential lead run is on base at first. In now is Anthony Rendon. As he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner, it's 0-1. Now a cut fastball, but that doesn't threaten the zone. It's even at 1. Pitch out. Nothing doing. And the pitch on 2-1. 2-1 pitch is a sinker swung out and missed. 2-2. Runners off for second. Pitch is in the dirt and knocked down, and he'll make it into second easily with a stolen base. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Oh, and a good curveball that time as it's taken for a called strike 3, and there are 2 away. 2 very well-pitched games thus far. There you see it. Each team with a 1 and a whole lot of zeros. 1-1 our score at this point in the ballgame. Things have been tight throughout. Wilson Ramos digs in, looking to send something into the outfield that gives that go-ahead run a chance to score from second.
Well, no complaints on this end, guys. You've got to love any game that's this tight, this late.
Bounced foul off to the right near Davey Lopes, a former Gold Glover himself in the first base coaching box. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Another one sent foul. And he just barely makes contact there as this is fouled at the plate, and it remains 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
If there's one guy on this roster that wants the ball in a moment like this, this is the guy.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. On the ground near home, but it gets fouled.
Neither guy giving in here. This is a great at-bat.
Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down. Weakly hit towards first. Duda gonna have to hurry, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Nationals leave 1. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Stephen Drew will come on defensively now as he takes over at second.
Now playing second base, number 10, Stephen Drew.
James Loney is up off the bench as he will pinch hit here in the bottom of the 8th in a tie ball game. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. This man out for a second inning of work, and why not? He shut him down 1-2-3 the last time around.
Right, and with 2 strikeouts mixed in there as well. Just let him keep going.
Line towards center field. And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first out.
Well, this ball was hit pretty hard, and he's just hoping to get on base as the go-ahead run. But it kind of hangs up there a little bit too long, and it finds the outfielder's glove.
Travis d'Arnaud will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning.
d'Arnaud.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Little dribbler down the line. And he'll smartly just ensure that this stays a foul ball. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit on the ground to short. Espinosa's up with it. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting, the pitcher, Cherry Levin.
Jose Reyes will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 7, Jose Reyes.
And that misses inside 1-0. Two out, nobody on. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. On a hole now as he swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-2 now.
Boy, that curve of his is so darn tough, especially right on the heels of that fastball. It's 20 miles an hour slower, and it dips down hard at the end.
On the ground up the middle. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. Mets go down 1-2-3. Still tied 1 apiece. James Loney will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base.
Number 28, James Loney.
Travis d'Arnaud will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out. Addison Reed will enter now to start the ninth inning, as his job will be keeping the game tied until the bottom half. Ryan Zimmerman will bat now. He popped out in foul ground last time.
Yeah, and I can guarantee you he wanted that swing back too. He got a fastball to hit, and it seemed like he put a good swing on it, but he just missed it.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Chop foul right at home plate. Reed sets. Here's the 0-2. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
And that's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2. That couldn't have been an easy take.
Good plate discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, after getting ahead here 0-2, he nibbles for a couple pitches, and then finally he just says, all right, I'm through with this. So he goes back to the fastball, just blows it right by him.
Stepping in now, Danny Espinoza, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 pitch. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Two pitches right on the outside corner. If he's going to keep looking at him, they might as well just stay out there. Why not?
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Ready on 1-2. And now a slider in on the hands, and he's lucky that one didn't come and get him.
I'll say this. He wasn't going to get his arms extended on that one.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. Oh, what a play by Loney. Got him.
Picked him up. Nice play.
Jose Lobaton will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with two out and the base is empty.
Jose Lobaton.
And that misses, ball one. Bases are empty here with two men out. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
This fastball is looking pretty lively right now.
Two balls and a strike. Here it is. And he comes back with a gorgeous slider there for strike two.
And guys, this has been just what the doctor ordered out of the bullpen.
Yeah, they needed him to come in and give him a strong inning, and he's done exactly that.
fought off at the plate, and will do it again. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And that's lifted the other way out to left. Cespedes is there. And that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. Score remains tied 1-1. Oliver Perez will come on needing to get 3 outs here to try to send this game to extra innings.
Oliver Perez.
Curtis Granderson will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. Left it up in the zone, but it's a strike. 1-1.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
Oh, that's what you call getting in tight with the fastball.
Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. All even now, 2-2. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
So nice to have a left-handed weapon like this in your bullpen. And he gets the leadoff man here for an important first out.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. One out, nobody on. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2. Here's the pitch on 2-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
I'd say he's made a pretty good impression since coming on. With 2 batters, 2 strikeouts to start the inning.
Digging in, Yoenis Cespedes. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. Here comes the first pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the radar gun that time. 2 out, nobody on. One and two.
Yeah, that pitch is still up a little bit, but at least this one was out on a corner. But I don't think I'd want to be making a living up there too much.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Trey Turner will step in. A ground out victim his last time.
Yeah, ground out last time, but you know, with his speed, that's kind of a big part of the way he plays the game. Put the ball on the ground and force the defense to make a clean, quick play on him, because if they don't, he's safe.
And a high strike there, 0-1. Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Reed's ready, looking for the strikeout here on 0-2. Too high, 1-2.
A good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. And now, I might anticipate another slider down in the zone, maybe even in the dirt.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Moving under it, Bruce. He's got it one away.
Up next for Washington,
Jason Worth gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. Swing and a miss. A little too anxious there. 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Nothing inside here, at least not to start the at-bat, and I imagine that's by design.
Yeah, they'll give him right field. They just don't want him to turn on something.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. And quickly 2 gone now to start the 10th.
2 quick outs here to start things off. Can't ask for much more than this in extra innings. Hold, serve, then give your guys a shot to win in the bottom half.
Stepping in, Stephen Drew, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Very weakly on the ground. That rolls foul for strike 1. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Just a touch outside. 1-2.
The crowd thought they had him, but definitely outside. Not by a whole lot, though.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. Skied into straightaway right. Bruce will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Nothing across here this half, so one will win it here as we go to the bottom of inning number 10. All tied at 1-1. Jay Bruce will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. And he'll start the at-bat with a slider that didn't miss by a whole lot. It's ball one.
Well, that's a pretty good spot to try and lock him up inside, but he can turn on that location if that's out over the plate.
Here comes the 1-0. That's inside. 2-0.
Two tough sliders there back-to-back, and he couldn't get him to bite on either. Now he might have to change tack here, down 2-0.
Swing and a line drive. Foul. The 2-1 on its way to first. And he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
The third baseman, number 5, David Wright.
David Wright stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
They haven't been afraid of coming right after this guy. They've made him have to swing the bat.
And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way.
I think he was trying to get that slider in on his hands, but I don't think he meant for it to get in that far. I think he just released it a little too late.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there.
Yeah, right back to that inside location. When a guy shows you he can't handle a tough slider on the hands, you can bet that guy on the mound, he's going to go right back to that pitch before too long.
And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential winning run is aboard at first.
Neil Walker.
Neil Walker comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
Oh, and that's a good fastball right there. He might have been thinking about protecting against that sinker.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And low. It's a ball and a strike. Possible winning run on first. 1 man away. Walker lays off there. It's 2 balls and a strike. And he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1. James Loney waits on deck. This is hit high in the air and pretty deep down the left field line. Worth on the move. 2 down.
Once you get into extra innings, every fly ball here makes you go,
James
But this one didn't have a whole lot behind it, so we're going to keep on playing.
James Loney is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
Oh, and you wonder if maybe he decided beforehand just to take a pitch up there first. Too bad for him because that thing was right down Broadway.
Possible winning run stands at first with 2 out here. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Rendon is there to make the catch, and that means we've got more baseball ahead. Mets strand 1. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Bryce Harper comes to the plate as the leadoff man here in the 11th inning.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Here it comes. Now a swing by Harper and a ball launched out to deep right field. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. The 0-1 on its way. Now a fastball as he has to lean out of the way there. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
And now he's made most of the hitters inside conscious. And, of course, that opens up the outside corner when he has to go there.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Oh, that's not a bad idea right there. Go ahead and try that back foot slider on a 1-2. Hope you can get him to commit. That's a good job of laying off of that pitch.
And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Granderson moves over, and that's the first out of the inning. Ready now, Anthony Rendon. He's 1 for 4 for the game. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Turned on down the line. Oh, look at right. It's there. He got him.
Oh, what a play.
The batter, catcher.
On a ball hit like that, if you're the pitcher, you're thinking, oh, base hit. But not this time. What tremendous defense out there. Great diving stop, makes the play and gets the out, and the pitcher acknowledges it, and he's happy about it.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, as he'll take a look at ball 1.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone, and it's probably going to finish out of the zone, so that's a good job just to lay off.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. Hit hard to short. Throw on to the first baseman, Loney, and the side is retired. Nationals gone in order. Still tied 1 apiece. Travis d'Arnaud brings his bat to the plate now to get the bottom of the 11th underway.
Travis d'Arnaud.
Perez with a good fastball there to start the at-bat. No balls and a strike. And he misses with it. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. Two-one pitch is a slider taken for a called strike 2.
Now at the plate, here's where you got to put yourself in the pitcher's head and figure out, what would I throw on a 2-2 pitch?
Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. One away.
Wow. You know, neither team really seems to want to take command of this ball game. I mean, this is right for the picking. Yet guys are just not coming up with good at-bats right now.
Kelly Johnson will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. First pitch is a slider down low. It's 1-0. That's wide, 2-0. Two and 0 count. Here it comes. Yanked on the ground down the line. Fielded cleanly by Zimmerman, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
2 up, 2 down to start off the bottom half. Starting to look like this one's going to go another inning.
Great.
Curtis Granderson struggling so far in this one. He'll look to erase his 0 for 4 ball game with a base hit right here.
Oh, man, it's never fun to go 0 for, but let's see if he can find a way to climb out of it.
He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Not close. It's 2-0.
Well, I'm no pitching coach, but I can see that shoulder starting to fly open a little. That ball's really taken off on him.
The 2-0 pitch. Oh, he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Ramos is there to make the catch, and that means we've got more baseball ahead. Down in order go the Mets. Score remains tied 1-1. Hansel Robles will come on now as he'll take over to start this 12th inning. Ryan Zimmerman will stand in to start out the 12th inning of play, and it starts to become a war of attrition once you've reached this point in the ballgame.
Yeah, we're getting to the point where there's some really tired legs out there on both sides. The bullpens have been working overtime. Heck, even the announcers are starting to get a little bit hoarse.
Here it comes, 1-0. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
But when you start that pitch off the edge, most guys know well enough to lay off. You got to start it on the edge if you want him to chase.
I'm no pitching coach, but it doesn't look like he's finishing his pitches here. That misses high, ball 3. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
And at the plate, he might have been told, look, you're taken until you get a strike. Not a bad idea.
And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Yeah, that one hurts. He might be in just to face this one guy, so to come right in and put him on base, that doesn't help the cause at all.
Here's the first pitch. Danny Espinoza is at the plate as he watches ball 1. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Lays off again, and it's 2-0. Lays off, and it's 3-0. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. Three and 1. And he misses with it, ball 4, so the potential go-ahead run moves into scoring position now. Chris Heisey will get a chance to swing the bat here, and he'll do it in a good spot as he has runners at first and second and nobody out in the inning. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1.
As a hitter here, you've got to make him get the ball up. You don't go swinging at pitches that are down in the zone and more likely to turn into double play balls.
And the slider bounces, and that'll get on by. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And now the runner breaks for the plate. And they roll the dice with the squeeze, and he gets it down. But it is not in time as they take the lead here in the late going.
Center fielder number 7.
Now in the box, Trey Turner. He flew out in his last at-bat.
And I'm sure he'd like a base hit right now here of any sort. But hey, another fly ball wouldn't be all that bad because he should be able to drive in a run with a sacrifice fly.
Looking to keep this a one-run game. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
And now this is where you can be just a little bit more selective as a pitcher. You're looking for the strikeout. You certainly don't have to throw a strike in either of the next 2 pitches. So you got to see if you can get him to chase.
Runners at the corners here, nobody out. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Boy, and they've had his number all through this one. He's now 1 for 6 in this ball game. Man, that hurts.
Jason Worth will stand in. He flew out his last time up. From the stretch, runners breaking for the plate. On the bunt attempt is popped up. So they get the out at first, but the run will score on the suicide squeeze.
Boy, that's just the most exciting play in baseball right here. You're going to see him breaking on first movement at third base. So this is do or die at the plate. It's not a safety squeeze. It's suicide. He gets the bunt down, and he gets the job done.
John Neese will come in and pitch now.
John Neese.
In now, Stephen Drew. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. And he'll lay off here. It's a ball and a strike to the Washington shortstop. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Swing and a line drive, but foul. Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. So they wind up with a couple of gift runs here on no hits as the runs were pretty much handed to them. And now we'll see if what's left of this crowd can rally their troops. Bottom of the 12th inning coming. Mark Melanson will come on now, and at least they've saved their closer until this deep into extra innings.
Mark Melanson.
As Grubel Cabrera will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far.
The shortstop has Grubel Cabrera.
Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. Cut fastball, and it's by him 1-1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game because right now they just seem out of it.
Up high, 2-1 now.
You got to think one thing here. Get on base. A walk will do the trick.
A little too tall that time. 3-1 now.
And down by 2, you better believe they'll take a leadoff walk right here. Anything to get a base runner.
And there's a called strike at the knees as he was hoping for a base on balls there, but it's a full count now, 3-2. And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the second time this afternoon.
Yeah, and you know what? I think we're going to see a lot of this. He's pitching backwards a little bit here. It's a two-strike cut fastball running in, and that guy is no match up there at the plate.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball one. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
2 times here they've gone away, both pretty easy takes. And as a hitter, now I'm thinking it might be time they try to bust something inside.
Two and one after the foul ball there. A good movement bearing in. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Back to the mound and off his leg. Safe at first. A good effort to recover there, and he almost made the play, but that's a base hit.
Good effort, though. That looked painful.
And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. So a runner at first now with 1 away, and stepping in the dangerous left-handed hitter Jay Bruce. Melanson pauses. Here comes the first pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second, and that's through for a hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
This is one of the first times this afternoon that they've been able to mount any sort of resistance out there. Well, runners are on the corners now with 1 away, so this is a good chance to really do some things.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, David Wright, and he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that line moving. Do something productive and give the next guy a chance as well.
Cut fastball inside, ball 1.
They're definitely making him work out there. He came in trying to shut the door, and he has not had an easy time of it.
That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
Boy, he better get it back together here with 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Runners are at first and third, 1 away. Nipped the corner, 2-2. Full count now, 3-2.
You can't afford another base runner here. So whatever your best pitch is, whatever one you feel most comfortable with, that's the one you want to turn to.
On the ground to short. Could this be 2? To Drew for 1. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
Yeah, really no shot at 2 on a high chopper like that one. They do wind up getting the force at second, but that runner from third is able to just waltz in and score.
Neil Walker is in with 2 away as he takes a ball, 1-0. belted out toward deep center field. Turner ranging back at the track. Oh, no. Looked like he had it, but it goes right by him. The runner from first crosses the plate, and they will not get him at third. He's in there with 2 away as the winning run, and they will tag him. Bryce Harper will stand in, and they've been able to hold him in check so far. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that he's been a non-factor in this one. Usually a major force in their offense.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1. A little bit outside. 2-1. Everything away here, and with pretty good reason.
Yeah, they'll say, left field, it's all yours. You want to beat us that way? Go ahead and do it.
Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
Wow, no chance of getting on top of that fastball. I mean, that's helmet level right there.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Neese gets the sign. Here it comes on 3-2. Right side hit hard. Gloved by Loney, and he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
Third baseman, number 6, Anthony Rendon.
Anthony Rendon strides in, grounded out his last time through. In there, strike 1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And it's quickly 0-2. Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2. Now just tried to freeze him with the fastball there. Pretty close. It's 2-2.
Just like the guy he faced before this, another long at-bat here. He's had to make 13 pitches just to these last 2 hitters.
2-2 count. Here it comes. Grounded back up the middle. Cabrera's there. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
This is exactly what he needed after his guys came back to tie the ball game. He's only 1 out away from a shutdown inning.
Wilson Ramos digs in, and he'll try to improve on a 1-for-5 effort thus far.
Yeah, and you know, guys, the difference between a 2-for-6 and a 1-for-6 is a big deal. So let's see what he can do here.
And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hard hit ball to second, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Up next for Washington, first baseman, Ryan Zimmerman.
Ryan Zimmerman digs in. He reached on a walk his last time up and later came around to score. Here's the first pitch. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Hit high and deep to right center. Bruce going back on it, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Hey, guys, if you want to make sure your hitting coach keeps his job for another season, you got to have a few more at-bats like this. I mean, this is exactly what they're preaching to you every day down there in the batting cage. Stay inside the ball. Stay behind the ball. Here, he just lets this one travel deep. He gets his arms through, lets the barrel drag a little bit, and then just inside outs this thing right off the right center field wall. Boy, that's strong.
And so they'll issue the free pass, and with the pitcher on deck, that'll force their hand here with 2 gone.
The pitcher, number 43, Mark Melanson.
Mark Melanson will stand in now with the bases loaded, 2 away, and a chance to really help himself out.
And at the very least, he's got to focus on getting something in play. He can really help himself out with just a simple single here.
Here's the first pitch. Cut fastball taken for strike 1.
Now here on the mound, you cannot take it easy on the pitcher here with 2 outs. He can still bloop one in there and drive home 2, so you need to be thinking strikeout all the way.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss on the cut fastball, 1-2.
Well, he's got a big pitch coming up here. That would be huge if he could get out of this with the game still even.
Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. So they pick up no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 3 left. Yet another shot to end it right here as we move on to the home half of the inning. And we are all tied at 3 apiece. Mark Zepchinski will come on now as he'll get the responsibility of trying to send this one to a 14th inning.
Zepchinski.
James Loney will step forward now. Lined out and popped out in his previous 2 trips. Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose. And this is taken outside for ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. And this pitch is inside, and he can't find the zone all of a sudden. 3-0. Seems like they're working very cautiously here. Is this a little too cautious?
Yeah, I mean, why are they giving this guy so much credit up there? He's someone that you got to come right after.
Here's the 3-0 pitch. That one's in there, 3-1.
Maybe you worry about this guy getting a little too slider happy. That's 3 in a row now, so you're giving that guy at the plate a pretty good look at it.
3-1, here it is. And that misses here, ball 4. And of all things, it's a leadoff walk that puts the winning run on base to start the bottom half.
Well, and here in extra innings, you just need one little spark, something that can get you going. You know, we've seen a leadoff walk to be the difference in a ball game more times than once, so they need to take advantage of this.
Travis d'Arnaud will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips. And he takes ball 1. A 1-0 delivery. And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. Possible winning run aboard here, nobody out. And there's ball 2 now.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
This is in the air out to right. Harper has it in his tracks. 1 out.
Well, the only good news that comes out of this at-bat is that he stayed out of the double play. Other than that, this at-bat really didn't achieve a whole lot.
The pitcher, John Neese, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
And they'll try to stay out of the double play here as he lays this one down. And he is in there.
And sometimes, you know, you just got to take the outs when they're giving them to you. Here he tries to force this one into second base, and you knew right when he threw it that this didn't look very promising. And now they wind up getting nobody out.
Curtis Granderson will stand in now, hitless to this point, but with a chance to be a hero here.
Well, he knows better than anybody in that lineup that one swing could make up for a whole game's worth of struggle.
Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Eric, what are you looking for here?
It's a fastball count, but he doesn't always play by the rules out there, so this could very well be a slider or something away. So in other words, I have no idea.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Boy, nothing working for him at this point. It's 3-0. The alarm bells are ringing now.
They're getting louder and louder, too.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
Yeah, he needed that one to avoid loading the bases, but it's still a long road back from here.
And he likely had ball 4 that time, but couldn't hold back on the swing, so that moves the count to 3-2 now. Ball 4, and that will move the winning run over to third base now, just 90 feet away.
Well, we knew he had to work carefully with the runner in scoring position, but I don't think a walk was what he had in mind. That's going to make things just a little trickier now with the bases loaded.
So a crucial moment here, and standing in as Dribble Cabrera as he's presented with the bases loaded situation in a tie ball game.
Yeah, I think the entire game has led to this moment right here. Now we'll see if he can come through or if the pitcher can somehow get out of this game.
A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. And the Mets are going to walk home a winner.
Well, you had the sense early on that this one was destined to go down to the wire, and sure enough, these guys are going to pull this one out here in walk-off fashion.
Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he turned in a really good performance. His fastball had some good life to it. He really mixed his speeds well, and he kept guys guessing all throughout.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Mets come out on top 4-3. So long from New York.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game for the victorious New York Mets. 4 runs on 3 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. For the Nationals, 3 runs on 8 hits. 1 error. They left 12 men on base. Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 1 minute. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.